Hi, my name is Haley. I'm 26 years old. I'm based out of Loveland, Colorado, and this is Financial Audit.
What? Why are you surprised by this?
Well, we needed a place to stay. The apartment.
Well, I didn't say that, but if my 2-bedroom, 1,000 square foot home goes for $100,000, but because a mega mansion next door goes for $1 million, doesn't mean I think mine's worth $1 million. That's not how that works.
Well, we're fixing it. We're trying to make it look better. Plus,
you're investing money into it?
Yes.
I don't know if that makes sense though.
It does when it has to be like
No, but I don't think it's going up. But you're probably not putting...
It's mostly stuff that we need to survive in
Oh,
this
okay.
home.
Well, that's different. Like what?
So, like, our garbage disposal was rusted and the smell was horrid.
Okay, that's not a huge fix. That's not a huge thing. Okay.
When we bought the house, we found out a reason why it was so cheap is because it was covered in mice. So
when did you guys purchase this?
April.
Why did you guys purchase this instead of rent?
We didn't know there was mice in it.
Instead of rent, though, why'd you guys purchase this and
there was nowhere to
for
rent
home?
Because we own 3 cats and a dog. Nobody will take us in because of that issue, and I will not let them go.
Interesting. One of the producers back there, he has 3 cats and a bunny, and he rents the place. But
nobody would take us. We actually almost got evicted from our last apartment when he found this house. So we decided a cheaper alternative would be to buy this house.
What about a more like localized landlord instead of like a large conglomerate corporation, though?
We haven't seen any.
What do you mean? What's seen? Like, what did you actually look for?
So we were looking at
and you contacted every single one.
We tried to go see some didn't even accept us, like, to come and look at the place.
I don't know. I wasn't there. It's hard to say. Okay, so 2,614 is coming in. You guys are fiance, not married, so I'm not going to combine you guys. Okay. Well, we also had Zellen of $590. What was that?
To him or to...
No, into your account.
Oh, into my account?
Yeah, you had Zellen in of $590. What's that?
That was probably my dad. My dad sends me money to help me out sometimes.
Even with that though, plus the DoorDash, you're still under like $800 in your dad. Okay. Your dad's helping you out by sending you $590, but you spent $300 going out to eat. $200 in miscellaneous bull. Does Pops know this? Does Papa know that he is giving you money to go out to eat, not to actually help pay your bills?
Probably not, because he sends me a little extra sometimes.
Why is he? But you're 26. Okay. I get the help out, especially on a situation going down, but it sounds like this is ongoing. Sounds like this is just a consistent allowance instead of like you are in need right now, let me help.
Well, it's hard to cook food when you're constantly on the road.
Girl, what the f*** are you talking about? You spent $1,195 at grocery stores. I don't know what you're possibly talking about right now.
I
didn't even bring that up yet. Then you say, oh, it's hard to cook. You spend 3.5 times our grocery budget in our budgeting program and our budgeting class. So what are you talking about? It's hard to cook. Well, you spend an insane amount of money on groceries.
Most of the time, the food from the groceries just sit in the fridge and then end up going bad. So
okay, then meal prep and only buy what you're gonna eat. What are you talking about? This is basic responsibility. Then okay, solution. Cook. All right, let's talk about something that a lot of people just ignore when they're switching jobs. Your old 401k. You know you're supposed to roll them over into an IRA, but let's be real. The process is a pain. Calling your old employer, faxing paperwork over, waiting on checks, absolute insanity. And that's where Capitalize comes in. They're a concierge platform that handles the whole rollover for you, start to finish. They'll even track down your old 401k if you can't find it. You get to open or connect an IRA and Capitalize takes care of the rest. And my favorite part, Their app interface is so easy to use. It honestly feels like financial apps still use interfaces from 20 years ago. But Capitalize makes it so easy, even your old mom or grandma could get on board. Don't leave your retirement hanging. Hit the link in the description below or check out highcapitalize.com/Caleb to roll over your 401k with Capitalize today. And finally, control your investments. Thank you again to Capitalize for sponsoring today's episode. Now let's get back into it. Boom, I solved the not cooking issue. What do you mean? What is the problem?
Laziness.
Why don't you cook?
Tired.
Okay. Do we have the ability to be lazy if we're relying on Papa to survive? Really? Really? You think that's okay?
Well, no, I don't think it's okay, but sometimes when I get home, I just want to go to sleep. You had a hard day at work and you just want to sleep instead of eat?
Dude, even some of the things from grocery store, you can get frozen food. You can get meals there.
Well, I mean, we buy bagel bites and
frozen
pizzas.
Bagel bites. I mean, I'm talking you can get healthier things than that, but okay, even that takes 2 seconds in the microwave.
Yeah, sometimes I skip it.
Okay, well, skip's fine. Skip's fine, but I'm talking about you're going out to eat $300, spending $1,000 on groceries, and if that's frozen anyway, it's gonna last. It's not like you need to get $1,000 to replace rolls of pizza on a monthly basis. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
your fridge must be insane. It's a black hole.
It's actually empty right now.
I don't know if I can trust anything. Honestly, it's probably empty constantly. You probably fill it up and then you immediately throw everything away. Fill it up, throw it away. How do you spend $1,000 on groceries for you?
I think it's mostly snacks.
That's a lot of snacks.
I know for a fact my pantry is full and my fridge is empty.
Okay, then maybe we're not getting snacks.
So it's like
as many, like a fourth.
I know recently I bought like one of those big container of cheese balls
as
dinner, and I ate the
as
entire
dinner
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I graduate you from 12 to 26?
Probably should. Probably should grow up a little and start cooking.
Why are you here?
I'm here because I definitely need help looking at these bank statements and figuring out what I'm spending my money on.
Cheese puffs, $1,000.
I feel like I'm just covering a blind eye to what I'm doing, and I don't see it. But
there you go.
I'm not sure.
There you go. Spoiler alert. $1,000 on balls of cheese.
Goodness.
Self-assessed. What would you give yourself? What's your score? Your financial score. 0 to 10. 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. What would you self-assess?
Like a 4.
You borrow money from your dad and you spend $1,000. Okay. If you want your Hammer financial score, it's free. Link in the description below. Also, give Haley some love for being on here. I know I have permission to and be a bit of Caleb Springer today. That's, why she's here. But, be nice. And also, if you want to be on the show, if you want to come here and get a little go to calebhammer.com/apply. And I'll see you here in Austin, Texas. All right, well, let's look at these statements because these are big old chunk. Big old chunk of cheese. Where's he? Why isn't he here?
He's at work.
Is he just as bad with the financial management, eating out, and cheese balls, and
actually
unable to eat?
No.
Okay, then how are you two gonna last? Because finances is a huge part of marriage.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm here is because he's actually very good with the finances. He's very good at saving, but his biggest...
What do you mean? He got laid off and he didn't have an emergency fund and he didn't know to apply for unemployment. What the f*** are you talking about?
Like, he doesn't spend all his money when he gets a paycheck.
Okay, but he doesn't save any either because he didn't have any emergency funds. So what do you mean? You just completely contradicted what we talked about earlier.
I don't know. I don't share a bank account with him. I just know he always has money on him somehow. But that's why we have separate bank accounts, because we know I'm going to spend it all.
So you were willing to cover his entire existence without knowing what was going on in his own finances at all?
I ask him every now and then, how much money do you have?
And
he'll tell me exactly how much, but I'll never ask him. Like, he just sends me over. So, like, for rent, if I have the money and I'm missing $200, I ask him for $200 and he'll send it to me. I don't really ask how much money he has.
How much do you guys send over $200? Is your rent $400? Do you guys not split it?
No, so our rent's actually $1,035.
So do you guys not split it?
No, we do. He's just like,
Y'all's relationship and communication around finances specifically is weird. I can already tell.
yeah, like
Very weird.
he'll
Why
pay
aren't
our
you guys
phone
communicating?
bill, Wi-Fi, and I'll pay rent, the mortgage. But the biggest
Rent,
issue,
mortgage, I forgot because that's another reason why mobile homes suck. Unless you're building it on your own property, you're paying rent to someone forever.
yeah, that does suck. That really does suck. I hate
Do you
doing
guys
that.
want to be doing this? The mobile home life?
No, we wanted to flip it. So we were hoping to have it for a couple of years.
Flip it?
We were hoping to have
A
it for
depreciating
like 6 or 7
asset.
years and then flip it.
That's a long
and sell
time.
it. Well, it's gonna take a long time to fix it because we don't have the money.
That's hardly a flip. Usually when we're talking about flip, we're in and out. 6 or 7 years. That's not much of a flip.
And we also don't have the income to
Also,
buy
you're
like
putting
a
money into a depreciating
$400,000
asset.
house.
No, but I know, but the rent situation, again, you're not the most reliable narrator when it comes to personal finances so far. So it's like, I can't really trust that you couldn't find anywhere at all. Maybe you guys also just need to move to a bigger area. Sometimes that is a sacrifice that is required in life.
Well, we're both like 15 minutes away from our job, so it's good for like gas, and especially because my car.
I know. Obviously, when we
failing.
move somewhere, oh, great.
Yeah.
You get different jobs. Well, yes, obviously. But like if you can't find a rent because the town is too small and the limited options and the people aren't willing to talk to you, people have pets. People have pets. Tenants of mine have a lot of pets. I charge a lot more for it because I'm taking on more risk of them just pissing everywhere and ruining the place.
Well,
but I accept them.
They all have a limit of 2.
No,
So you have to have
I'm sure
pets.
a lot do. I'm
No
sure the majority do, in fact. But again, one of my producers, 4 pets in his place right now.
I don't know.
He signed the rent.
I was so flustered and stressed out and scared and crying because I thought we were going to have to get rid of our dog and one of our cats to find another place, that I gave him that opportunity to go find a freaking place and not have me bother.
Great. Well, that's not necessarily a mode of success. Okay, whatever. Capital One, it happened. So we are where we are. So I'm not going to harp on it too much. But for you out there, okay, $509.80 is owed on this Capital One, but the credit limit is $500 and you're purchasing on it. We're at the credit limit and you're purchasing on it. In what world are we possibly doing that? You say you're struggling to make it, but you make your life harder? By going above a credit limit, you're going to get a fee this next month with a $25 minimum monthly payment and $13.07 of interest accruing.
That one's still in the negative. I haven't paid anything on it.
Why? Why spend on a card that is accruing interest that you can't pay off more than a minimum monthly payment and is above the credit limit?
That
Why?
last spend wasn't me. That's actually the only credit card.
Who was it? The financially responsible fiance?
Yeah, that's the only one we actually shared, but it's still under me. That was to actually give him a credit score so we could get
So he's on it.
his own car. Yeah. Which he pays for by himself. I don't.
Right, and he's financially responsibly spending on remarkable.
Oh, that's this. That was me. That was the subscription for that.
Yeah, let's keep a subscription of something that's this monthly reoccurring on a card that we're over the limit on. That's wonderful. And also Shields All Sports.
That was him.
And gas, potentially.
That was him. Those 2 things were him.
Yes. Your section, his section, I see. Okay. So we're both being stupid with managing this credit card. You guys aren't credit card people. You need to have a charge card or a card that you put the balance on with your own cash and then you can only spend that. So use the Fizz card, something like that. You cannot have access to these kind of things. This is not a resource to you. This is a curse to you. You're not taking advantage of credit cards and the points and the advantages that come with it. This isn't helping his credit score. You're overmax on it. That's not helping him. You're being taken advantage of by the credit industry. So 30.74% interest.
Yeah. I didn't fully know what those percentages was until about a month ago.
A month ago? How long have you had these?
A couple of them has been for a couple years now, maybe 5 years.
What did you think was going on with the cards?
I just knew that you buy something, you got to pay it off. But then it just got
It's true.
a little too much because most of my credit cards I got halfway to the point with bills like electricity or gas, just stuff I couldn't afford but needed to keep on.
Sure.
And then I started going like, oh, let's go buy this or let's go out to eat. And then it started occurring to the point where I didn't realize how much it was until I got a notification that says I can't use it anymore.
So, okay, great. So, and that must have happened kind of recently because, again, you max it out. Interest, do you understand it now?
A little bit. I know.
Describe it to me.
It's a fee that keeps popping up on your account and gets bigger and bigger the more you don't pay it. That's what I understand from it.
Kind of. I mean, honestly, in general, if that's how you think about it, it works. In reality, so that 30%, or was it again? Here it is. That 30.74% interest rate, essentially it's applied to the balance that you have and it's amortized over the course of the year. So it's essentially divided by 12, and that's the interest that accrues this next month. So this next month, the balance subject to interest rate right now on here is previously from this previous statement was $500.41. Now it's higher, $509. So you're going to get that 30.74% applied to that and essentially divided by 12. That's a good way to think about it.
Okay.
So the higher the balance goes, the more in interest you're going to pay, which is kind of what you've been talking about. And it compounds up. It continues to compound up.
This is one of my best cards too.
What do you mean best card? What is the best card? In what way is the best card?
It's going to get worse.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean through here. Okay.
Yeah, the statements. It's going to get worse.
For example, by the way, just to let you know how bad 30% is, if I open up my investing app, Moo, I open it, wonderful. I get into the S&P 500, one of the best return index funds. I'm only getting about 10% a year with dividends reinvested, all up years and down years combined. 10% as an investment. That's 3 times that going against you. That's how bad it is. Okay, we have a Citi Double Cash, and I love the Citi Double Cash. It's a classic card. I use it. So it's just really easy for, just simple cash back. Obviously, you're giving them cash as, things are f***ed up here. What's happening here? Okay, you are below the credit. No, you started below you're above the credit limit now. What happened here? Okay, we'll sort through this. $632.23. Minimum monthly payment of $114. You must be late.
I missed a pay because when you purchased
again. How? In what world? And last time we know there wasn't any necessities on the last card anyways. That stupid thing. And some sports bullshit. You purchased $18.57. Oh, fees. $30 of fees. And then $5.76 of interest. What are the fees? Five Below? In straps? We're getting straps? Late fee.
Yeah, the Five Below, that one's an issue because I go there for snacks and then I end up spending a little too much.
Oh, you're a snack addict. That wasn't even in the grocery budget.
My dad sends me money to help me out sometimes.
What are we talking about? Is it sitting somewhere? Is the money sitting somewhere?
No, it's gone.
Oh.
I've spent it.
How much?
Around $20,000.
Oh. Does Pops know this?
Probably not, because he sends me a little extra sometimes.
Can you call him?
Yeah.
I would like to inform him on something.
Hey.